Hello, hello, this is Mr. K's 21.5a. 21.5a. We're going to look today at absolute monarchs not coming to the throne in England. England never developed that absolute monarchy, although they tried. English kings clashed with Parliament over money and power. Man, you can go back to King John back in 1215 when he had to sign the Magna Carta because he couldn't get along with Parliament. English kings clashed with Parliament over money and power. Parliament is spelled, well, you see it right up here in blue. Parliament is the lawmaking body. James VI of Scotland inherited the English throne as James I. He became James I after his cousin Elizabeth I died and left no heir. She never married, had no children. James VI of Scotland inherited the English throne, so he was the Scottish king, but he's now going to also inherit the English throne, and he becomes known as James I. And this is after Elizabeth I, his cousin, dies without marrying or having a child. James was from the Stuart family, S-T-U-A-R-T, Stuart family, and they believed in the divine right to rule. The divine right to rule. They believed God put him on the throne, and they were ambassadors of God. James had a new translation of the Bible written during his rule. It's the one we know as the King James Version. He had a translation of the Bible written during his rule. Okay, his son Charles I is going to take over. Charles I took over the English throne when James I died in 1625. All right, everything sounds cool. But Charles I dissolved Parliament. He got rid of it. He dissolved Parliament when it opposed him. He wanted them to raise money. They said no. So he dissolved Parliament. He said, you're no longer a group, go home. In 1628, Parliament forced Charles I to sign the Petition of Right, P-E-T-I-T-I-O-N, Petition of Right, where he had to agree to a couple things. The Petition of Right was a document giving rights to the nobles. In it, Charles agrees to no imprisonment without due cause. You can't just throw somebody into prison because you don't like them. No imprisonment without due cause. You got to show me the charges. Number 2, no taxes without Parliament's consent. No taxes without Parliament's consent. Number 3, no quartering of soldiers in private homes. Boy, does that sound familiar, huh? As U.S. citizens, no quartering of soldiers in private homes. And then finally, no martial law in peacetime. No martial law in peacetime. Martial law is ruled by the military. This petition was important because it set forth the idea that law was higher than the king. Law was higher than the king. Well, we see here that the king and Parliament are going to lock horns. Who do you think is going to win? Well, we shall see down the line. This is Mr. K's 21.5a. I'm out.